Is the Toronto Blue Jays' decision to protect Ricky Tiedemann from a Rule 5 draft nothing more than a desperate, high-risk gamble on a perpetually injured prospect, a delusional attempt to spin a post-Tommy John arm as a playoff-caliber savior that will inevitably flame out, leaving us with another wasted roster spot and a barren farm system, while the real contenders acquire proven talent? That's the blistering hot take scorching through MLB analysis right now, with voices like Keith Law from The Athletic eviscerating it as a classic Jays overestimation. Tiedemann's electric stuff is undeniable, but his injury history, Tommy John in July 2024, plus previous shoulder issues, makes him a massive question mark. Protecting him now is a bet on potential that ignores the brutal reality of pitcher development, and it's a move that screams of a front office trying to justify past draft picks instead of making smart, forward-looking decisions for a team in a win-now window. Welcome back to Blue Jays Nation, your unfiltered inferno for the raw, unsparing truth in pinstripes and maple leaf grit. I'm your host, channeling the fiery skepticism this rumor demands. Today, November 19th, 2025, we're torching the buzz about the Jays adding Ricky Tiedemann to the 40-man roster, dissecting why the so-called monster strikeout artist, even with his tantalizing upside, is a high-stakes gamble that could backfire spectacularly, squandering a precious roster spot and distracting from the immediate. Proven pitching help our rotation, and bullpen desperately need to finally hoist that World Series trophy after last season's gut-wrenching defeat, where our arms faltered in crucial moments. This isn't about denying Tiedemann's raw talent. It's about brutal honesty, betting our championship window on a 22-year-old coming off major surgery, whose control issues, 11.9% walk rate, are as concerning as a velocity, is the kind of wishful thinking that has plagued this franchise for decades, and it signals a front office as prioritizing internal what-ifs over external sure things, especially when our farm system ranks 18th per Baseball America, and our rotation ERA ballooned to 4.56 in the second half last year. Let's charge and shred the illusions and lay out why this move, while seemingly necessary, is fraught with peril and could be the quiet killer that derails our 2026 hopes. Because in Jays Nation, we've fallen for enough next big things that never quite arrived. It's time to demand proven excellence, not more high-risk hype that leave us rebuilding from the rubble. Let's cut to the smoke right away, because this rumor that dropped yesterday, November 18, 2025, is being spun as a brilliant chess move to protect a future ace. But a closer look reveals that a desperate roll of the dice on a player whose health and consistency are massive question marks, making his playoff caliber projection feel more like a prayer than a plan. The news, confirmed by Steve Adams of MLB Trade Rumors, is that the Blue Jays have officially added Ricky Tiedemann to their 40-man roster, ostensibly to shield him from the upcoming Rule 5 draft. The narrative is that this is a no-brainer, a necessary step to retain a monster strikeout artist whose electric stuff, a mid-90s fastball, nasty slider, and developing changeup, would have seen him surely scooped up by any non-contending team. Tiedemann, a 22-year-old lefty, is lauded for his 12.8 K/9 rate across his minor league career, a testament to his swing and miss potential that could, in theory, be worth more than a $100 million free agent. If he returns healthy, the front office is reportedly viewing him as a playoff-caliber piece for 2026, a homegrown solution to our pitching needs after our starters posted a 5.12 ERA in the World Series and our bullpen crumbled. But here's where the hot take detonates. Tiedemann missed all of last season, 2025, recovering from Tommy John surgery in July 2024, following a 2024 season where he only threw 44 innings due to shoulder inflammation. This isn't just a minor setback. It's a complete reconstruction of his throwing arm, a procedure with a notoriously long and unpredictable recovery curve, especially for pitchers who rely on high velocity and spin. The notion that he'll seamlessly transition into a playoff-caliber role in 2026, just 18 months post-op, is pure fantasy, ignoring the countless examples of pitchers who struggle with command, velocity, and durability in their first year back. His career high in innings is a mere 78 and 2/3 in 2022, meaning he's never been an innings eater, and expecting him to carry a full starter's load, 150-plus innings, immediately is reckless. The X factor is his stuff. But even before surgery, his 11.9% walk rate was a glaring red flag, indicating a lack of control that MLB hitters will feast on, especially in high-leverage situations. The hot take from the Athletics prospect guru is blistering. Tiedemann's a lottery ticket, not a sure thing. His stuff is electric, but his command is non-existent, and banking on a post-TJ lefty with a history of shoulder issues to be a playoff monster in 2026 is how you end up with another Nate Pearson, all hype, no health, and a wasted roster spot. Comparison sting. For every Jacob deGrom who returns dominant, there are dozens like Mark Pryor or Steven Strasburg whose careers were derailed by injuries, and Tiedemann's profile, with his high-effort delivery, puts him squarely in the high-risk category. The controversy on Fangraphs Audio is that this is Atkins doubling down on a flawed asset. Protecting Tiedemann is necessary, but projecting him as a solution for 2026 is delusional, especially when our rotation needs a proven ace like Blake Snell, not a rehab project. It's a damning critique. Our World Series loss was a stark reminder that potential doesn't win championships. Proven performance does, and Tiedemann, for all his promise, is far from proven. Building on that, the second critical flaw in this master plan is the naive assumption that Tiedemann's return will somehow negate the need for aggressive free agent spending, particularly for a super reliever role, which is a band-aid solution that ignores the systemic issues in our bullpen and rotation, potentially leaving us with a top-heavy roster that's still vulnerable to late-inning collapses and a lack of starting depth. The article floats the Garrett Crochet model, envisioning Tiedemann as a super reliever in 2026, a lefty throwing 98 miles per hour with a nasty slider, to complement Jordan Romano, 2.90 ERA, 36 saves but injury-prone, and Chad Green, 3.15 ERA. While the idea of a dominant lefty arm in the bullpen is appealing, it's a reactive strategy that overlooks the fact that our bullpen's 4.22 ERA, 20th in MLB, and 28 blown saves last season stem from a lack of consistent middle relief and setup men, not just a missing electric arm. Relying on a post-TJ pitcher for high-leverage relief innings is incredibly risky. The stress on his arm from frequent warm-ups and short, intense bursts is often more taxing than a starter's routine. Furthermore, if he's destined for the bullpen, that means our rotation, which already saw Kevin Gausman limited to 28 starts due to shoulder issues, 3.83 ERA, and Alek Manoah returning from Tommy John with volatile 3.56 ERA, 4.12 FIP, still lacks a true healthy, proven number 2 or 3 starter. The cost-controlled aspect is appealing, but it's a false economy if he's not effective, or worse, re-injures himself, forcing us back to the drawing board with a wasted roster spot and no free agent money left. The hot take from the Athletics prospect experts is blistering. The Crochet model is a pipe dream for Tiedemann. Crochet had a clean bill of health before his bullpen stint, and Tiedemann's injury history makes him a massive risk for high-leverage relief. This is Atkins trying to save a buck on a bullpen that needs complete overhaul, not just one super reliever who might not even pitch. Comparison sting. The Yankees tried to convert top prospect Davy Garcia to a reliever after his struggles, and it never worked. The transition is rarely seamless, especially for a pitcher with control issues. The controversy on MLB Now is that this is Atkins ignoring the obvious. Our rotation needs a legitimate frontline starter, not a bullpen experiment. If Tiedemann is a playoff-caliber arm, he should be a starter, and if he can't handle that, then he's not the monster we need to win a World Series. It's a damning critique. Our World Series loss was a stark reminder that you can't win with a patchwork rotation and a volatile bullpen, and Tiedemann, in any role, is far from a guaranteed fix. Capping off the indictment, the third pillar against this Tiedemann hype is a dangerous message it sends to the league and our own clubhouse, that the Blue Jays are content to gamble on improving potential rather than aggressively pursue the elite, proven talent needed to win a World Series in a short contention window, potentially alienating our stars and reinforcing the narrative that Toronto isn't a destination for top-tier free agents. Ross Atkins' message to the league that the future is now and the team is not willing to lose elite talent for nothing rings hollow when that elite talent is a post-TJ prospect with significant control issues. While protecting him from the Rule 5 draft is a basic roster management move, framing it as a championship-winning strategy is pure spin. Our contention window with Vladimir Guerrero Jr., 26, and Bo Bichette, 27, is now. They are in their primes, and they need proven, healthy talent around them, not rehab projects. Tiedemann's 11.9% walk rate is a massive concern in a high-pressure environment of MLB, especially in the AL East. Free passes kill rallies and inflate pitch counts, forcing early exits for starters or creating high-leverage jams for relievers. The article praises a substantial upside, but that upside comes with a massive asterisk of risk, and betting on it to win championships is a dangerous game when you're one run away from a World Series title. The hot take from Baseball Prospectus is blistering. This is Atkins trying to save face after whiffing on Sasaki and Soto. Projecting Tiedemann as a solution is a desperate attempt to show internal growth when the team needs external, proven help. It's a distraction from the real work of signing a legitimate ace or a high-leverage reliever who isn't coming off surgery. Comparison sting. The Padres gambled on Mackenzie Gore after his injury woes, and while he's shown flashes, he's not an ace. The Dodgers, meanwhile, signed proven stars like Shohei Ohtani and Yoshinobu Yamamoto, building a dynasty with certainty, not hope. The controversy on talking baseball is that this is Atkins sending the wrong message to Vlad and Bo. We're going to rely on a guy who hasn't pitched in a year and a half to win you a World Series is not how you keep your stars happy. It's how you watch them walk in free agency. It's a damning critique. Our World Series loss was a stark reminder that talent alone isn't enough. You need depth, durability, and a clear path to victory, and Tiedemann, for all his potential, complicates that path rather than clarifies it.